With Band in a Box 2018, for the first time ever, we're introducing background vocal RealTracks with RealTracks set 278. In this video, I'm going to show you the different options available to you with the vocal RealTracks, and I'll show you them being used in various settings, including actually backing up a lead singer. So right now we're listening to one of our vocal RealTracks demos, and what you're hearing is all RealTracks, including the background vocals. And right now, because this is the B section, we're hearing the vocals sing Aahs, but when it comes back to the A section, we're now hearing the vocals sing Oohs. These RealTracks are a three-part vocal arrangement, one female part, two male parts, but with 6 total voices. Each of the 3 parts is doubled, so you get a nice full-sounding arrangement. And like all RealTracks, they are able to play any chord progression you enter into Band in a Box in any key. So it's one thing to say that, it's another to actually see it in action. So I'm going to stop this. I'll press New and enter a totally different chord progression. I'll stick to a simple pop progression, but of course you can enter any chord progression you like. I've skipped ahead a bit and you can see I've now entered a whole song. I'll change the key to, say, D. I'll leave the A section here, and I'll set the B section here, as well as further on in the song. And as I showed before, that means that the vocals will sing Oohs for the A section and Aahs for the B section. So I'll just press play. And it's now playing the progression we entered. So right now it's using the rhythm version of the backing vocal RealTracks. In Band in a Box terminology, that means that it's following the chord progression exactly. That's not to say it won't sometimes use passing tones or things like that, but it won't play color tones like sevenths or suspended seconds, things like that. But there is another variation of these RealTracks, the background variation. Again, in Band in a Box terminology, background RealTracks will still follow the chord progression you enter, but may stray from the exact progression a bit, playing sevenths and other color tones. So I'll pick the background version of this RealTrack. I'll also change a few of the other RealTracks while I'm at it. And now it's playing over that same progression I entered, and you can hear the vocalists are now taking more liberty with their note choices, making for a more modern sounding arrangement. Now, there are some other ways to use these RealTracks as well. You can see I'm in the RealTracks picker and I've filtered it to show only RealTracks with vocal in the name, so you can see all the different options available. The ones in the previous examples had both Oohs and Aahs in the name, but you can see there are some options with just Oohs or just Aahs. This means that if you pick these, you can have it play just one or the other for the entire song, even if you set the part markers to A or B. It all depends on what you want for your song. You'll see there are also RealTracks options that say one-track vocal section, with options like male high 1, male high 2, male low 1, etc. You'll recall earlier that I told you that there are 6 total voices in this RealTrack. Well, you have access to those 6 individual tracks as well, so you can mix and match to make your own custom ensemble. The parts that get generated by Band in a Box won't necessarily match up perfectly like they do if you pick the full mix options, but they will still be singing notes appropriate to the chords, and so they will still match harmonically even if they aren't necessarily starting and stopping exactly together. So right now I've actually got a slow swing style already loaded with these RealTracks that say SW for swing. These vocal RealTracks say EV, short for even eighths, which normally wouldn't match with other swing eighths RealTracks, But these vocals are mostly pads, which means they'll likely work well matching up with even or swing reel tracks. So why don't I try putting a male high ooze reel track on one of the tracks and a female ooze reel track on another. And now it's playing the progression I had loaded with one female voice and one male voice. Another option for doing the mixing and matching thing is to use the medley feature. This allows you to put multiple reel tracks on a single band-in-a-box track. So I'll pick one of the male Aahs and then press the medley button. Now here I can specify other reel tracks, so this time maybe I'll make it just 2 male voices. And the medley feature can play reel tracks one after another or all simultaneously, so I'll pick simultaneously. And there are a few more vocal reel tracks options available in the RealTracks picker. These options at the bottom use the medley feature as well, but are preset already with a 2-part medley of male and female Aahs, 2-part male Aahs, male and female ooze, or 2-part male ooze. Now, of course, these reel tracks are backup singing reel tracks, which means they're well suited for singing behind a lead singer. So if you're singing or recording your own song, these are perfect reel tracks to back you up. And I'm going to use one of our recent add-on products to demonstrate this. This was also introduced with Band-in-a-Box 2018, and it's Artist Performance Set 8, Traditional Songs Sung by Beatrix Methe. These are Band-in-a-Box songs, that is to say chord progressions and reel tracks playing those progressions, as well as multiple performance tracks in the song files, sung by accomplished professional singer Beatrix Methe. I'm going to load the song Down by the Sally Gardens. So the file has 2 tracks of Beatrix, along with bow double bass, piano, finger-picking guitar, and cello reel tracks. There are no drums in this song, so I'll add the vocal reel tracks to that track. So here now we have vocal ooze backing Beatrix up. And at the B section we have vocal Aahs. And finally, you can use vocal reel tracks by simply picking a style from the style picker that uses one of the vocal reel tracks. I'll filter by vocal, and you can see up at the top is the ooh la la style we were using at the beginning of the video. And there are others here too. This one uses the background version of the vocals, as does this one, but with the ooze only variation. And it's using that vocal reel track along with some of our new Americana reel tracks. So I'll try that one. And now it has a cool Americana vibe playing over my progression. And because it's the background reel track, it's taking cool liberties with the harmonies. And whereas with the ooze Aahs reel tracks, it would go to Aahs at B, with this one, the ooze only variation means we'll stick to that even at the B section. We hope you enjoy the amazing new Aahs and Aahs vocal reel tracks with Band in a Box 2018. Have fun!